More calls from the left to abolish ICE. Listen to what Senator Elizabeth Warren said about it. Roll tape.
The president's deeply immoral actions have made it obvious we need to rebuild our immigration system from top to bottom, starting by replacing ICE with something that reflects our morality.
Joining us now, Geoff Diehl, Republican Senate candidate in Massachusetts. Geoff, I mean, what's your take on Senator Warren? I mean, you're taking on Senator Warren in November, but what do your take on her stance, the idea that replace ICE with something that reflects our morality? I mean, all of a sudden, ICE has become like the Ku Klux Klan.
No, Charles, thank you for having me on. And yes, Elizabeth Warren, the most progressive, the most extreme legislator down in Washington. No surprise. She wants to run for president in 2020. She's going to take these extreme views. I've been down to the border wall. I've seen what's happening down there. We need to finish the wall. That's the most humane thing we can do. And we need to allow ICE to do their job. Right here in Massachusetts, we have MS-13 gang members that have been rounded up. We need to make sure that ICE is allowed to identify those and make sure that those folks are deported that are committing crimes that are in our country illegally. With Elizabeth Warren, it seems that there is no border for her. She wants no borders, and she wants to make sure that law enforcement can't do their job.
But Geoff, you know, again, she must know the official functions of ICE, and she must understand that right now, polls even reflect Democrat support for ICE, and this kind of rhetoric, it just makes their job harder. This shaming of a law enforcement agency that I think has a pretty good track record. They're not at the border ripping babies from their mothers as being portrayed by Democrats. So I'm sure you're going to pound away at this and sort of try to educate folks, because this is a narrative that's getting pushed out there.
That's right, Charles. In fact, a year ago, a poll came out showing that 46% of Massachusetts residents wanted to see someone other than Elizabeth Warren, and it hasn't gotten better for her. And the fact is, I've been traveling across the state talking to people. Our state actually has a budget right now that's up for consideration. I'll be voting on it soon. That would allow for sanctuary status, which means not working with ICE to make sure that we deport those here illegally committing crimes. You want to talk about people losing their families. Maureen Maloney's son, Matthew Denise, in Milton, Massachusetts, he was killed by someone here illegally. Those are the families being ripped apart. Elizabeth Warren is putting people out of our country ahead of American citizens' safety. That's wrong. That's why she needs to leave the Senate. And in November, I'm going to make sure we do that.
All right, Geoff, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on the show this morning.